Hey, good morning. It's August 16th and we're about Eagle Song here at RavenCroft Garden, and we haven't visited the box garden for a good long time. So we're here today to look at what's going on in the box garden. Always a mystery how it's going to unfold, but here we have yellow dock. This was a volunteer yellow dock that's come in and placed itself here, and because we are not avid weeders, we allowed it to grow, and she's doing great. So there'll be a nice taproot there, and looking forward to putting this yellow dock into a yellow dock pickle with vinegar. On the trellis, we've got painted lady runner beans going up, but my most exciting thing about this trellis is there is a schizandra that's going up the middle here. And so this is a Chinese herb, schizandra, the herb of 5 tastes. So she's going up, and then some beautiful Grandpa Ott morning glories, which are not invasive. And we just love the color and the sprightly nature of those morning glories in the garden. Now this is a motherboard. So mind you, this is 128 square feet. It's 4 boxes that are 8 by 4 feet in measurement, and so we have an amazing amount of plant material growing here, herbs, vegetables, many different things, weeds. So this motherwort, Leonurus cardiaca plant, has been harvested once already this summer, and we will be harvesting again probably in the next day or two, because it's just definitely ready to bring in for tincture again. So that is our main use for the motherwort. We make tincture with it. Here we have some new Chinese herbs that were installed just to get them in. And so this is platycodon, balloon flower, and it's a great ornamental as well as a Chinese medicinal herb. Here is lemongrass and a volunteer feverfew, which is actually a really pretty feverfew. It's got double petals and a really large center, and so she put herself here and we like it, so that's the way that is. And here we have Chinese red sage. I think Da Shen is the red sage, and so this is settling in quite nicely. We just planted these midsummer and they're doing well. And then a beautiful expression of Tulsi Basil. The Tulsi Basil is coming in. We've been harvesting all summer, and basically we just harvest the flower tips as they come along, and we'll talk more about that in a Tulsi Basil review. So here we have pineapple sage. This is a carrot. You can see the carrot over on this end here, right down there. And so this is a carrot, not a wild carrot, but a domestic carrot that's going to seed. We have enjoyed the flowers a lot already this summer. A little bit of lamb's quarter has placed herself in there. This is a ginkgo that we saved from the geese who were chewing it up and got it back in here. And you can see that the ginkgo is actually coming up from the base. And so we're having a tall dead part, but the base is coming back, so very resilient. There's lemon verbena hiding down here in the shade. The lemon verbena doesn't like full sun, but she's definitely enjoying growing with us. And then a nice patch of lamb's quarters, one of my favorite weeds, Podium Alba, is coming right up out of these coffee bags. So somehow the seed got dropped on the top of our mulch barrier, and she didn't care. She just put her roots right through that bag and away she goes. So here in this box we've got this is oh my gosh, well, I'm going to come back to that because her name escapes me right at the moment, but she'll be back. And so pansies, that one's ground ivy, a beautiful small Italian oregano. This was a root cutting that I took off of the mother plant and just stuck in there for growing. And then we've got more Tulsi Basil, and I just harvested this yesterday. So that is what it looks like after we've taken the flowers off, the largest flowers off. And here we have Empress of India nasturtium. This is really one of my favorite colors of nasturtium. It's bold, but also it's the blue leaves, the blue-green leaves that I really enjoy. So these nasturtium flowers will be added to a vinegar. It'll be a pungent and savory vinegar, which we can use in our cooking and salad dressings. And the leaves themselves are really a nice addition to salad. A volunteer calendula. This is celery. Little celery 6-pack I got down at the box store and put in, and that is doing quite nicely and going to give us a good crop of celery seed. She bolted right to seed on that one, but these two are not growing that way, and so we'll be taking these and drying them, and we use them as seasoning in soups and stews right at the moment. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, her name is not coming yet, but it will. Alba, again, the Podium Alba, just sort of pops up wherever she likes. Here's a red dock, much broader leaf, doesn't have the curly edges, really beautiful. And above that, we've got the painted lady on the west side of this trellis, and she's going up for the glory of, she's at 12 feet right now. Here we have the Italian oregano mother plants. There's 2 of them here. They're ready for harvest, so those will happen in the next day or 2 as well. And this is Sweet Annie, an Artemisia that really is a beautiful and delicate and very aromatic. I wish I could squeeze the leaves and give you a scent of the aromatic quality of Sweet Annie. Artemisia annua, so she is an annual Artemisia. These are onions. We used to call them like circular onion. It's an ornamental onion, and it grows in a circle. So these are all divisions. I got 1 4-inch pot and divided it and stuck it in, and so those are going to become ornamental onions that we'll place in other places. So not only is this a vegetable growing bed, herb growing bed, it's also a nursery for other plants that are small and will be moved to other sites when they get larger. Now this one is a beautiful scented geranium called Lady Plymouth. The scent on this is, it's a mint rose mix, but the color and the leaf form, this makes a really excellent foil in the garden. You can put it in your garden, and then I lift it or take cuttings, which we're going to do later, but taking cuttings of your scented geraniums that are growing in the garden for winter keeping means you can have your scented geraniums be perpetual. They don't like our wet, cold climate here in the winter, so I like to bring them in. There's some thyme, and 4 of them here hiding under the parsley leaves. Sally started these parsley by seed this spring, Italian flat leaf parsley, really rich flavor. Again, they're ready to cut and dry for winter use. So there you have it, the box garden, 128 square foot of planting space, and a lot of free form plants that have put themselves here on their own, and a lot of plants that we have intended to grow here. And so enjoying the simplicity of a small garden and the abundance you can find in a small space that's, I wouldn't say overly tended, but definitely is, you know, we tickle the garden as often as it needs it and enjoy the bounty that we receive from the gardens. So here it is, Eagle Song Gardener signing off August 16th at the Box Garden at RavenCroft Garden. Come see us over at eaglesong-gardener.com and see what other things we're doing at the Croft, along with our classes and just fun watching the Croft grow. See you there.